Hello and welcome to a new topic. What is accent in English? Part 1. So let's discuss about the definition of accent. Accent is a particular way in which a group of people collectively pronounce a language. We have some more ideas about this concept. In other words, a particular way of pronouncing a language is known as accent. We continue our discussion. What is accent? For any language with more than a handful of speakers, there are prominent regional, social, and individual differences in the way the language is pronounced by different people. This difference of each distinguishable type of pronunciation is called an accent. Now we have true and false questions on the basis of what we have come to know. What is accent? Let's see. Accent is a particular way of pronouncing a language. Is it true or false? It's true. We have the next question. A group of people who collectively speak a language does not constitute as an accent. It's false. Question number 3. Accent refers to no individual differences in the way a language is spoken by different people. Of course, it's false. We have the 4th question. There are prominent regional and social differences in the way a person pronounces a language. It's true. And the last one is the difference of each distinguishable type of pronunciation is called an accent. And of course, this is also true. So, in brief, we have come to know what is accent, and we will continue our discussion. Types of accent in English. Types of accents. There are different types of accents. In the case of English language, there may be a British accent, an American accent, an Australian accent, and a French accent from a non-native speaker point of view. Within British accent, we may have a deep South accent, a Scottish accent, a working class London accent, and a higher class educated accent, and so on, etc. So what we come to understand is that there is a difference in accent pattern. And what is that? We must know that everybody has an accent. Without accent, simply, we cannot have our distinctive recognition in a speech. It is not possible to speak the sounds of language without using some accent pattern. Normally, we are more sensitive to accents which differ strongly from our own. We have some more ideas about difference in accent pattern. In the early days of cinema, for example, British audiences were unable to understand the American voices in the talkies, in the movies, simply because they had little experience of hearing Americans. It means that each accent has its own way of communicating with the people. We cannot say that this accent is good or that accent is bad, this accent is right or that accent is wrong. However, we must try ourselves to be near in accent with those of native speakers. That will make you more understandable to others. What is received pronunciation? RP. RP is the short form of received pronunciation. In fact, RP is the single most prestigious accent in Britain. Single most well-respected accent in Britain. The accent which higher class people use and speak. We have some more ideas. Because of its prestige, because of its respect in the society, received pronunciation, or RP, was adopted as the voice of the BBC in the 1920s. And since long, this accent has been widely promoted by the British ruling class. We continue our discussion. What is received pronunciation? RP. However, this prestigious accent is not common to all people in England. You shouldn't think that all people in England use this accent, speak with this accent. It's not like that. It has a negligible presence in Scotland and Northern Ireland. We continue. You should know that no more than 3% of Britons speak with an RP accent. So the percentage of people who use this accent in their day-to-day life is just 3%. Very negligible presence of people using this accent. We continue our discussion. Origin of received pronunciation, RP. How did this term received pronunciation start? Who started? From where did it come? The phrase received pronunciation (RP) was coined in 1869 by the linguist A.J. Ellis. We have some more ideas. However, it became a widely used term. It became very popular to describe the accent of the social elite. Only when the phonetician Daniel Jones adopted it for the second edition of the English Pronouncing Dictionary in 1924. We continue with our ideas. Origin of received pronunciation, RP. The definition of received conveys its original meaning of accepted or approved, as in received wisdom. So the word received is the same as we normally use in the sense of accepted or approved. Normally we say received wisdom. So the term received is the same as we normally use in our day-to-day parlance of language. We can trace the origins of RP back to the public schools and universities of 19th century Britain. We have some more ideas. Origin of received pronunciation, RP. In fact, Daniel Jones initially used the term as public school pronunciation to describe this emerging socially exclusive consent. But over the course of that century, members of the ruling and privileged classes in England soon came to be associated with this prestigious accent. Continue. Why do we follow received pronunciation, RP? The question is, why do we learn received pronunciation? Why is it so important to us? Because unarguably, received pronunciation, RP, is probably the single most widely studied variety of spoken English in the world. It is the accent on which phonemic transcriptions in dictionaries are based. In fact, RP is the accent widely used for teaching English as a foreign language all over the world. It has become the standard, it has been formalized, it has become so formal, and that is why we need to know about what is received pronunciation in English language, and how can we improve our English accent. These are two questions which we will discuss in this lesson. Let's move and talk about why is accent important in English language? Because you will be understood more easily by native speakers. You will be able to avoid embarrassing mistakes. You will make a positive impression when you speak English. We have some more ideas related to the same question. That is, you will improve your self-confidence when your accent is well, when you speak well. And you will be proud when we speak with a better English accent. And that's why learning English accent is so important to us as a learner. The second question is, how can we improve our English accent? Let's discuss about this. And the first point is, the first step in improving your English accent is to improve your listening skills. Listening is very, very important if you want to improve your accent. Because the more you listen, the more attention you pay to the way something is being spoken, something is being heard, something is being listened to. You need to hear the subtle difference between your speech and a native speaker's English. If you listen more, you'll also know the subtle difference, the thin difference between how you speak and how a native speaks. And spot the difference with your ears instead of your eyes. So pay more attention to what you listen and spot the difference. Point out the difference where you lack and how you can overcome and improve your accent. We have some more ideas about this. How can we improve our English accent? Revise all the sounds in English. And you know we have 44 sounds in English language. Why? Because it will help you understand which sounds easy and which sounds are challenging for you to pronounce, for you to speak. Start shadowing. What does shadowing mean? It means shadowing is to repeat out loud straight after it has been said. But don't just repeat without listening. Apart from this, you must also pay attention to word stress. That's all we have. Hope you understand the concept. Thank you and goodbye.